Thank you very much, IG. Please be seated. Thank you. Mr. Douglas Kanja, the Inspector General of Police. Mr. Gilbert Masengeli, the Deputy Inspector General of Police. The Governor of Great County of Meru. The Member of Parliament of Igembe North. The Deputy Speaker of the Great County Assembly of Meru. And the members of the County Assembly, led by the local MCA Bwana Mutungi, senior security officers present, instructors and recruits, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to be here with you today as we officially open the field simulation phase of training here at the Lee Administration Police Field Training Campus. This official opening of the field simulation phase of training for our recruits as they move from classroom into the real world and prepare for operational readiness marks a milestone in our security architecture. We owe sincere gratitude to the people of County of Meru, the county government, and the entire population here for their generous land donation. This is a statement of shared responsibility in securing our nation. The county government has gone further by improving access to water, to sustain training activities, grading access roads, and establishment of the training ranges. This is a very important partnership between the two levels of government. We have more than 2,000 recruits here, a strong, promising cohort, undergoing intensive field simulation designed to sharpen their tactical, physical, and mental edge. These are the officers who will serve Kenya tomorrow. The training is intended to test resilience, discipline, teamwork, and decision-making under immense pressure. Our officers continue to work closely with the local community and county leadership, reinforcing the principle that policing is most effective when it's collaborative and people-centered. We will not pretend that this facility is complete. It still requires permanent structures, electricity connection, and adequate water supply for the camp of this scale. But I want to stress that this camp is not temporary. It is strategic, long-term investment in Kenya's security infrastructure, one that will serve as a continuous capacity building center long after this cohort of graduates have left this place. During last year's Jukwaa la Usalama Forum, this matter of this land being a security training ground and facilitating training program was raised during our Jukwaa la Usalama program in this Meru County. But it was not Meru alone. In Turkana, in Samburu, in Baringo, in Elgeyo Marakwet, in West Pokot, in Tana River, in Lamu, and the northern counties. Most of those areas, Kenyans were saying, instead of training our officers only in Nairobi, in Embakasi, or in Kiganjo, and leaving them to complete their training there, it was necessary that we have a proper field training where it matters most and where there are real security challenges, where the graduates will actually spend their time providing proper security to the Republic of Kenya. We listened. I see some simple-minded, short-sighted politicians talking out there about Jukwaa la Usalama. Jukwaa la Usalama was not a talk show. Jukwaa la Usalama was a concept of leadership, a new paradigm, a shift of paradigm to bring security to the corner that is more collaborative, listening to the people of Kenya, and not just listening for the sake of massaging their feelings, but listening with an intention to ensure that there is implementation. When I went around the country last year, I was not there for, Matembezi and the like. I was there specifically to listen. What do Kenyans want in our security sector? And when they said we want our men and women, when they are trained, they must be taken to the real field where they will work for training. That is why today we are opening the Lee Security Camp as a result of the views of the people of Kenya that our officers must be trained. So for the naysayers, for the critics, for the busybodies and the short-sighted politicians who do not understand what is Jukwaa la Usalama, this is what it means to listen to the people of Kenya and to take their views and bring them to the ground to make sure that they are implemented. And that's not enough. There were some people who were telling me, we don't want the recruits to leave Kiganjo, village, because he wants to kill the economy of one tribe from, Kiganjo and the environment. That is, there was no media here and everybody was, I would have used a stronger. That is foolishness and moronic thinking by very short-sighted tribal leaders. This training camp here in Meru has been brought to counties, and we have brought this training here, not just to expose our recruits to proper training ground, but also that this training camp will be a buffer zone that will provide security, proper security to the people of Meru and the people of Isiolo and people of Laikipia. I am very clear in my mind. When His Excellency the President gave me the responsibility to become a cabinet secretary, he told me that you must sit down and think through how best you must listen to the people of Kenya, and we must have interventions in the security sector that actually respond to the feelings and the ideas of the people of Kenya. When we came for Jukwaa la Usalama, it was not about me. The governor was there, the MPs were there, the MCAs were there. And look at how our partnership with governor here and the MCAs and the leaders has brought this kind of success, because it is the governor that enabled us to allocate the land here. It's the governor that enabled us to drill the borehole here. And you can see that some of the access roads were built by county government. I want to take this moment to thank you, Governor Mutuma, to thank the county leadership of Meru, to thank the MCAs for their support and resource allocation, and to say that this will be the mode. We shall continue partnering together to deliver services to the people of Kenya. I want to say asanteni sana for the work that you have done in this area. This practice of bringing our officers to proper training ground here on the field will not end with Lee here. Next week we will come back to this side of Meru. In 2 weeks we will come back here in Meru again, and I'll be here with the Kenya Police Service as they bring their recruits for proper ground training from both Nairobi. Say that we will also extend this. The next phase as we go forward, we'll move to Samburu, Isiolo, you go to Baringo, Elgeyo, Turkana, West Pokot, until these places of Marsabit, until these areas that have serious banditry challenges can become properly. There's something that makes me very happy is to see you men and women sitting here, preparing yourself to train together, to build teamwork. I know the governor said that you might be required to improve the height and color of the locals around here. Unfortunately, the governor did not know that that will happen in future, not today. Here, we've come here for real hardening training that makes sure that you improve your discipline and endurance and the capacity for you to serve our nation in a better place. Let me say, like I told you the other day, and I'm just repeating this, that you are among the privileged lot that actually got a job. There were so many Kenyans who were hoping that they would get a job like yourself. And as I said, you might be 2 people from your village, 1 person from your community, maybe the first one to get ever a job in your community. Please take this responsibility seriously. You have the Lord God has given you a chance through the government of Kenya to be among the 10,000 recruits, and take this responsibility seriously, and take this discipline you are getting seriously, and make sure that it becomes part and parcel of your life, because the things you do are repeating again and again becomes a habit, and you become a disciplined person in society. The challenges here at Lee are real, but they also mirror of a broader conditions of our officers have endured for far too long. That is precisely why the reforms now underway in the National Police Service matter. What our recruits will enter upon graduation is not the same service their predecessors inherited. Let me explain how. On the health sector, for years, our officers could access care at only a few hundred facilities. Under the SHARE framework, that number has risen to more than 6,000 public, private, and faith-based facilities nationwide. The police and other disciplinary service medical fund carries an enhanced benefit package, such as advanced surgeries, air evacuation, overseas treatment, dental and optical care, emergency services, annual checkups, and an expanded list of eligible dependents. Our officers protect our nation day and night, and we owe them a better health care. On pay, junior officers have long endured stagnated wages. That now is changing. Phase 3 of the salary adjustments takes effect on the 1st of July 2026, building on the Phase 1 and Phase 2, which have already significantly raised the entry job. Job groups are being harmonized with support from the Parliamentary Service Public Service Commission and Salaries and Remuneration Commission. We have also promoted all constables aged above 50 and corporals who have served in the same rank for more than 10 years, acting on the recommendations of Jukwaa la Usalama last year. Police numbers have struggled to keep pace with the population growth in our republic. We are correcting that. Over 10,000 police constables are currently in training. Nearly 4 officers recently graduated. This government is rebuilding capacity deliberately and at a scale. We are building, and that's important, that you are an answered prayer. 10,000 of you of Kenya. So we want you to be properly trained, because the people of Kenya are expecting you. And you know they are going for elections next year. We want a society that you will move into, and to make sure that you deal with the questions of facilitating security, including in preparation for our upcoming elections. We really need your energy, your agility, your new energy is really expected by the people of Kenya. On housing, we are building slowly moving up to building up to 30,000 housing units for our officers, starting with immediately 17,000. Decent accommodation is part of what it means to treat those who protect us with dignity. On technology, our security capability to combat crime is being significantly enhanced by upgrading the integrated command, control, and communication framework, that is IC3, to the newly integrated command, control, communication, and computation system. This system will feature nationwide CCTV surveillance across major urban centers, including emergency response system such as the 999 and 112, centralized data and command centers, and advanced analytics, including facial recognition and vehicle tracking. The system currently at the procurement stage will improve response time to security incidents, enhance crime detection and prevention, and strengthen coordination among the agencies. As you know, we will also increase the radio call communication to 11,000, and we are going to introduce what is called digital occurrence book to make sure that the people of Kenya, the comfort of their offices and wherever they are, don't need to go to a police station to report. They will be reporting using technology. This is a program that by the time you are graduating, it will already be implemented at a very advanced stage later this year. Look around on the building resilience. Look around you at these 2,000 recruits. They are training in a camp without permanent officers, without electricity, without enough water, but they still show up. They run the drills. They build the resilience. That is the character of our officers. Of their government. Our officers will notice that the government is serious about the reforms related to pay, staffing, housing, and healthcare. This will not happen. Rest assured that eventually all will happen. I want also to say that I was here in less than a month ago, about a month ago, and part of the challenges we face here are related to the banditry. And I want to thank the security team here in Meru and in National Government Security Team, a multi-agency security team that comprises armed forces across the country, because as a result of the operation that has been going on from here all the way to Murkomen Forest, we have so far recovered 55 guns, ammunitions as a result of this operation. This operation also ensured that we recovered over 100 livestock, about 108 cattle that has actually been hidden in the forest for years, for months. And we were able to avert also the other livestock. We returned some of the livestock that was where there was attempt stealing here, so that in total we have 170 cattle, and then we have 1,336 goats, 20 camels, and 2 donkeys that have been recovered, either stolen, attempting stealing, or having been stolen before. I want to thank our security team for a good job to ensure that they protect this area. I want to assure the people of Meru and the people of Isiolo and Samburu, we are not going anywhere. Some of these measures, like the training camp, are supplementing the operational measures. And as we enter to the second phase of operation in Murkomen Forest and the environment, I want to promise the people of Kenya that we will liberate this northern part of the country from the acts of banditry, and we will do so with we are doing so with an intention of making it permanent, not just pacifying, but making the operation to become permanent. We also want to say that to access these areas, we have agreed that we will work together with Ministry of Roads